Oh, I'm wrong.
You are wrong. No, you're good.
There was technical difficulties,
We're a well-run oiled machine here.
Yeah. Do I look like a computer nerd to you, man?
Yes.
I need glasses. I need a lot of glasses.
You need something
with the tape in the middle.
Oh, like the Brazilian nerds.
Yeah.
The fighting nerds.
Yeah, but I can
except you're not a fighter.
I am if I try.
I swear.
I believe I am.
My mom says I'm cool.
No, she doesn't. She does my fuck fit all the time.
Just like the rest of us.
Yeah, dude, fuck you.
What up?
Yeah, not much, man.
Enjoy a nice holiday?
I did enjoy my holiday in Bali, man. It was great.
Bro, do you even want to do this anymore? Because you seem to be away more than you're here.
I can't help it, man. I'm a jet setter. I like
a Jet 2 holiday.
Oh, anyway, look, we got a lot of
we haven't got time. We got to rattle through this.
We got to rattle through this. Otherwise, we're going to be here all night.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
And I have jet setting to do. So we've got a little bit of news to go through.
Yep.
Obviously got the Champions League results.
Yep.
Next round of games.
Yep.
EFL Cup final results. Yep. That's going to be
which you're looking forward to. I know.
Fucking oath I am, dude.
Save that one for last, eh?
Yeah.
End on a good note.
And then we'll go through match day 30 and 31.
Yep.
And then I think we'll probably have a look at what the relegation battle is going to look like with 7 games to go.
Yep.
The top 5 looks like.
Yep.
Whether or not Arsenal can hang on.
Will it be top 5 though?
Yeah. Well, it's more than likely looking like top 5 with the points at the moment.
Because of Arsenal.
Because Arsenal progressing, Liverpool progressing, the others are out.
Yeah.
But we were so far ahead, obviously, with how they ended up in the group stages.
Right.
So from a point perspective, we're still ahead to get the additional spot.
Yep.
So, unless Arsenal and us bomb out in this round, it's looking pretty confident that we'll get there.
Yeah, because I'm thinking Spain's got a good shot at getting that 5th spot.
They just didn't get many in that top 8 position.
Yeah, not top 8.
Right?
Yeah,
So
Real Madrid didn't make it.
Yeah.
Atletico didn't make it. Barca made it.
Barca were the only one.
They were the only
and
one,
then
yeah.
there was, four
Four
English teams
yeah.
that did it. So
and two bombed out.
Yeah. And
one of them was Tottenham.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
God damn, Tottenham sucks balls, dude. They got rid of Ange. Good for them. We just keep saying it every week.
But we will get into that. We will get into that a lot more.
So we've got a bit of news this week. So obviously the AFCON final, which we'd already reported on, in which Senegal walked off the pitch, came back on to then win the game.
That deserved an episode of itself.
Yeah, 100%. It was, it's the thing where everyone criticised AFCON. Well, everyone, mainly Jamie Carragher.
Mostly your boy, Jamie Carragher.
Dude, you love him too, man.
He's a fuckwit.
Commented about how, it's a bit of a joke, right?
Yeah.
It's not a serious tournament. And then obviously all of this happens. There's the Watergate. There's
the Towelgate. We had the ball boys and the assistants just like being dicks.
Yeah.
Morocco, it was rigged. And then we had the penalty, and then the walk off.
It was
a movie.
It was a drama series.
It was a drama.
It was Days of Our Lives, African edition.
AFCON of our lives.
Yeah, and now the drama continues, in which the AFCON, the powers to be at AFCON have now turned around and said, no, we're overturning the result. It is a forfeit for Senegal because they walked off the pitch. And they have stripped Senegal of the trophy and has asked them to return it, and now given Morocco crown them champions, which is crazy in itself because those people were at the final.
Yeah.
They could have made that decision on the day and chose not to, and then for some reason waited weeks after there's been...
Well, that was in January. It's now March.
Yeah.
It was like 2 months ago. And they were still deliberating about it. Like, okay, but
somebody's obviously given them a bit of moolah.
That Moroccan money, huh?
But so now obviously Senegal has lodged an appeal on the decision, saying,
as you would,
saying, but that decision's obviously pending on what's going to happen.
Yep.
Now the drama that comes from this is even better. So the Senegal coach has moved the AFCON trophy to a military base in Senegal so that it is secure. So from reports, it's in the middle of a military camp.
Imagine Senegal and Morocco go to war
for the
AFCON trophy. Yeah. That'd be hectic. Now, can I just say that I know Jamie Carragher said that it's a joke tournament, But you don't see this in Europe. You don't see this in Asia. You don't see this in North America,
No.
okay? You don't see this in South America.
Yeah.
Only in Africa.
Yeah.
So fuck you, Jamie Carragher. This is drama right here.
but it's also, they can't just be like the right football, just corruption.
Yeah, super corrupt.
I just want to see someone go and say, I don't know how that 3 million euros appeared in my bank account.
I don't know how I got 10 goats and five cows. They just happened to pop up on my farm.
Exactly. Where the guy's just got 6 wives behind him. He's just like, I don't know, dude. They just love me, I suppose. But the further drama now comes out. So there's backlash now because Guinea has come out and called for the 1976 AFCON title to be overturned as well.
We're going back.
Because Morocco walked off the pitch after a ref's decision in which Guinea was winning the game 1-0.
Yep.
They've walked off the pitch. They've come back on the pitch in the same style, come back, ended up drawing the game 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
However, back in 1976, they had a point system rather than going to penalties, and
Which
Morocco had more points, so they'd won. With the comment that's under the article saying this sets a dangerous precedent.
Yeah, it does. Now, the whole point system from the 70s, I find crazy. I thought they used to just play until a goal was scored.
Yeah.
Like they would just play for another 2 hours. Like they didn't care until there was a goal scored. But they went with the points decision, which means that imagine like you're playing in a grand final, right? And you draw and they go, you played really well today. But they played better in the last game, which you weren't involved in, so they win.
Remember how you drew that game at the start? Well, unfortunately, man.
Well, now you don't win.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. After the other team walks off the pitch too. And then obviously the more drama that comes out of it is now Mane's refusing to return his player of the match award.
Bro, I'd be telling him, come and fucking get it from me.
Yeah.
Suck my dick, bro.
Dude, you can't go, you were the best player on the pitch. Well, listen, your team's actually lost now because you walked off the pitch. You're going to have to return it. It's like, well, why'd you give it to me in the first place?
Fuck that, bro. Get out of here.
That's what I mean,
Get out of here with that.
It's gone crazy.
Look.
And it's one of those ones where it's just like, you can't go and say to someone, this isn't a joke, and then this happens.
This isn't a joke. This is drama. This isn't a comedy, all right? This is drama.
I don't know, dude. I've been laughing pretty goddamn hard about it.
This is something I've never seen before. I don't think we'll ever see again.
I think we will.
Do you reckon it will?
I think so, dude.
Well, okay, AFCON was that 50 years ago. So we're going to wait till we're 86 years old for it to happen again.
And then I'll ring you and be like, told you so.
I told you.
Yeah, then happily die.
No. You say, CT, I told you, and you're stepping on my grave.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah. I'll dance on it.
I'm a hit.
Probably my knees, dude. But we're obviously going to see what happens with this.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be follow-ups.
I think more than likely they'll turn back on the decision.
Someone's got to bribe someone to give it back to Senegal.
Yeah.
I just want to see more bribery.
Yeah,
we need more drama in my life.
How much did the Moroccans pay? That's what I want to know.
I think Morocco has more money than Senegal. They might be in trouble here, Senegal.
Yeah, this is true. Oh, man. African Cup of Nations.
I love it.
Gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, it literally ended 2 months ago. We're still talking about it. Does this happen in the Euros? No.
No. The joke in that one's just when like a big team loses to a small team, and then the fans like kill each other.
Oh, dude. Well, they were ready. The security guards were ready. They had guns and shit. They were ready to pop off.
That's the difference. In Europe, they're just like, they got like sticks.
Well, in Europe, they had the final in Wembley when Italy won, right? And like, remember the chaos that happened from that because they didn't have enough security. Well, maybe they should follow Africa's lead and get AKs.
just
give them AKs.
Just roll the military in.
Fucking no, get AKs. Well, that's what they said. They said there was not enough security for the final. Which, remember, guys, I don't know if you saw the Netflix doco.
Yeah.
Cunts were fucking like bagging up like 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
The final wasn't until 8 o'clock at night. So they were doing rack for 10 hours straight and then watching a final.
Good for them.
Well, I'm sorry, but if they had armed security guards with AK-47s, I don't think they would have gotten broken into. I'm just saying.
It depends how much cocaine they did, bro.
I've seen Scarface.
Yeah.
It does not end well.
I just all turned into Tony Montana, dude. Yeah.
Say hello to my little friend. You fucking twat.
Onto some Premier League.
Let's get back to the Premier League.
We've got a couple of little stories here. So this weekend, obviously, Brentford had played to a nil or draw, which we'll get into. Well, we won't get too into. It was pretty.
Yeah, it's a nil or draw.
But after the game, now there's been a report 2 unnamed Brentford players have been left bloodied but uninjured after intervening into what is now being labelled a racially motivated attack.
Excellent. Love me some racism.
Yeah. So the players were travelling home from Ellen Road, and it was Sunday about approximately 2 a.m. Now, my question is, they were clearly out drinking. Is it? Everyone glossed over?
No. Come on, bro. Juicy Smollett. Yeah. 2 a.m. Go for Subway sandwiches. They were clearly getting Subway sandwiches, bro.
Nando's, bro. They were getting Nando's.
They'll get some Nando's or some curry fucking kebabs. I don't know. They weren't drinking. Come on.
I do love a 2 a.m. curry kebab.
Yuck.
They're good.
Shut, bro.
They're so good, dude.
Shut, bro.
I'm telling you, bro. Indian home kitchen, bro. Get them. So they were traveling home at 2 a.m. when they noticed that a man was being attacked on Queen's Road. They went to the aid of the man. They got into a physical altercation, which onlookers described as bloodied. However, there was no further medical treatment that was required. Now, they haven't named these guys, so I think next Brentford game, it's going to be a long time. They'll be healed.
Yeah,
they'll be healed.
Yeah.
Damn.
I do have a question, though, is how do they know it was racially motivated?
This is what onlookers said. You know what I mean?
Okay, if it's a white guy beating up a black guy or vice versa, it doesn't automatically mean that it was racially motivated.
Yeah, maybe the guy was just a dick.
Yeah, like the white guys could have been fucking dicks, or the black guys could have been dicks. There's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't make it racially. But you know what? That's what the article said. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. I'm just reading verbatim, man. I was not an onlooker.
Dude, you should have been there, done some investigation, asked the right questions to the right people.
That's where my next Jet 2 holiday is.
Jet 2 holiday to Brentford, huh?
Then there has been an arrest. It was a 62-year-old man. So I'm thinking that this...
my grandmother's calling me. It's a little bit late for her.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nan.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
While she's watching the podcast, she'll understand.
Yeah. I have no idea what they're talking about. What was racially motivated?
Hey, she supports me. That's the main thing.
So a 63-year-old man's been arrested for the incident. They still haven't named the players. They want to find out.
Yeah. I don't think they will now that it's because you're not going to find out. It's Brentford players. I think if it was a bigger team, you probably could have tried to find out, like a Man City or whatever. But I think because it's Brentford. There might be junior players. You never know.
Yeah, no, they're starting players.
Oh, they're starting players.
Starting players.
Okay.
They were starting players in the team. So,
I'm going to say Jacques is going to be one of them. He loves to fight.
Well,
he's at Sunderland.
He's at Sunderland.
Who's
so
Brentford?
If it was Jacques, I'm really... Thiago could be.
Tara. Maybe Tara's still shitty about the missed FA Cup Panenka that he tried to do.
That Panenka was shit.
That was dog shit. Yeah. Right? So maybe it was him.
That was the racial motivation. He's just there.
It was fucking shit, lad.
Yeah.
Fucking dog.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, good for them.
And we'll follow up.
They couldn't score a goal, but they scored a few punches.
Yeah, good for them.
Good for them. And now we've got two players that are, interesting enough, Dimitri Payet has retired.
Hey, the streets will not forget.
You can't forget. He's got some of the greatest free kicks Premier League history.
He has. His goal, I think, was rated like top 10 Premier League history.
Yeah, it looks like it's going into row B. It wasn't too high, but it was goddamn wide.
And
it just dipped in. Keeper just looked and went, oh, shit.
I remember watching that at your place. I remember distinctly saying, oh, that's gone. Yeah. And then it just went like that, and you've gone, what? I'm like, whoa, fuck me. Like,
I'm sorry, Pete.
Yeah, I'm seriously. But not only does he have probably one of the best goals, but he's also probably got one of the best assists, where he ripped like 3 guys and then did a Rabona to assist. And you're going, bro.
But what were we saying before the podcast? Right? This season has been one of the kind of most boring seasons to watch.
Yeah, there hasn't been many games.
That style of player has been taken out of the Premier League.
Yeah, we're talking about how it's more athletes play football than footballers play. It seems like the footballers have been taken out of the game, and you've got to be more athletic.
Well, they've changed
than be a footballer.
The gameplay has changed to how many kilometers a team is going to run.
Yeah, like they ran 10Ks, and you're going,
yeah.
Okay.
This player on average runs 13 Ks a game. I mean, that's cool.
That's nice. That's cool. But how many goals did he score? How many through balls? How many assists has he got?
Just,
That's what I want to know.
I want to see how much coverage of the pitch he does. You know what I mean? But not from a running perspective. He drops into a position, collects the balls, able to turn out, beat a player. There's no one that does that anymore.
Look, just off the top of my head, right? When you think of like the greatest midfielders ever, right? You think like Zidane. You didn't care about how many Ks he did.
No.
Think of Pirlo. You don't care how many Ks he did.
Dude, Xavi and Iniesta.
Yeah, Xavi and Iniesta. You don't care how many Ks they did.
No, they didn't have to do the Ks. They were always in the right position.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
How do they play? How do they assist? How do they score? How do they keep the ball playing? Those sorts of midfielders, gone.
You
now
had,
it's how many fucking...
but every player has to do it. There used to be, it's like, all right, like Thierry Henry ran.
Yeah.
Right? That was he would run.
Yeah.
But he had the little touch in and out.
Yeah.
Right? He had that touch in the final third.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just how do you run?
Yeah,
run,
like if you're a striker,
run.
you need to put pressure on your defenders. Like you look at like someone like Drogba, right? He didn't run that much, but you give him the ball and he will bury a goal for you.
Yeah.
Right? But now it's like, okay, your striker needs to run 7 Ks. Why? To stop defenders. Mate, this is the reason why it seems like more boring football.
Hey, Gyökeres doesn't run.
Can't wait to get into him. I got shit for that dog, bro. I got shit for him. But back to Payet. Look, he came from France. Man, he could have done so much more. So much more. And look,
dude,
he did
was
great
stuck at West Ham.
He did great at West Ham, and I think he kind of got in a rut. He didn't want to be in London anymore.
No.
He hated England, and I get it. A lot of players don't adjust, right? Shit weather, shit food, ugly women. It's nothing there, right? It's great football, but that's about it. So he went back to France and he played for Marseille and fucking killed it for Marseille.
Dude, he killed it for pretty much every team he played.
He was a great player.
He was a magician.
I loved. Yeah, he was. That's probably the best word to put it. I loved watching him play.
He was Mahrez before Mahrez.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he could take the ball down, he could beat a player, and you could put him in multiple positions on the pitch.
Yeah, he pretty much played all across the front line.
Yeah, because he was just a magician.
The guy was just so good. So I think it would have been nice to have seen him play in like Saudi Arabia. I think he would have got... But again, I don't think he had the motivation to kick on.
No, you could say by the end of his career, he had a little belly going on.
He had a little belly going on.
Yeah.
He was just like, I'm just going to do my thing. Kind of like Hazard, right?
Yeah.
They were just like, I'm kind of over it now. You're like, hey, you know what? You've got enough highlights to last you a lifetime.
100%.
You made your money. You've got your highlights. You're good.
Look, Bale was saying this around his time at Real Madrid on Gary Neville's podcast with Roy Keane.
And Ian Wright.
Yeah, where he was like, well, what's going on here? It's like, I don't want to take anything away from Pep. He's a fantastic manager, but he has a very structured approach to football.
Yeah.
Okay? And for him, it works because he has the world's best players in those positions going, I need you just to play that thing that you are great at. But he makes a likeness to Grealish. He goes, look at Grealish when he was at Villa. The man. He had freedom to do whatever he wanted, and he would rip everybody. If he had a cut inside, get goals. What did he do at Man City?
Yeah, well, he went over a year without scoring at Man City.
Because no more of his creativeness was established. They just go, we want you to play this position.
Yeah, you need to be in this spot.
Yeah.
You need to be like this tight. You can't do this. You got to do that. And you're going, oh, you're taking away the football. Yeah. You're taking the football out of the footballer. And it is very frustrating to watch. But yeah, like you said, Pep does have his style.
And it was effective.
For
many years.
Look at what they did for Barca. He won 8 trophies in a season.
Did the same for Bayern.
Yeah, he won multiple trophies for Bayern. And look what he's done. I think he's won 19 trophies at City. I get it. It works.
It's hard to argue against that style. But I think the problem is every other team trying to do that instead of do something different.
Yeah. So when you think of someone like West Ham getting Payet, right? Like you wouldn't expect not a small team, but like a lower team to have a baller like that. Now it kind of seems like even these types of teams want runners. Yeah. They don't want ballers. And it's very frustrating when you go from like where we used to be of having absolute guns across the world, and now it's kind of reduced to like a few limited players. So sad that Payet's retiring, but the guy was like you said, he was a magician. So
just a big baller.
Good for him.
And then big news that's kind of just come out today, to be honest. Salah's made the decision to leave Liverpool. It's a mutual contract termination. He's essentially...
Because he only had a 2-year deal, right?
Yeah, so he had one more year left on his contract. They've essentially say you're free to go on a free transfer at the end of the season. I think it's the right thing to do because who I don't think many fans are going to come pay money for him after the season that he has had.
No.
But at the same time, he's a legend. So it's one of those ones I see the supporters now going, trying to go get stuck into Salah and like get him off the pitch. I'm like, it's the wrong. He's been a legend for the club, right? And like, yes, he's not having the best season, and still more goals than Saka, even though he's having a bad season. Just want to say that.
Had to throw that one in there.
I have to just throw that in there, bro.
We'll get into him as well in the
because look, it's the right thing for Liverpool to do. Walk away. He's done the right thing too, because he could just do Casemiro styles and say, "No, I'm just going to play out my contract." But he's doing the right thing. On the flip side, to say I'm happy to forego. It's like, was it for almost 400 grand a week?
Yeah, I think he's on like 350, 360, something like that.
Almost 400 grand
Nearly
a week.
400, yeah.
That he's leaving behind. It's something like £17 million, £1 million on the table that he's going to walk away from to go and obviously play somewhere else for considerably less money.
Any word of where he might go?
Not as of yet. Obviously, I think he'll get picked up by, I reckon, a Saudi team.
Yeah, I was looking at that today. There's not many teams that I think he would fit into, because you look at it, there's probably about 3 teams, right, in Saudi Arabia that have good players for him to play in. Now, if he's going just to promote it, he can play for any team, right? But if he actually wants to compete, you got to go Al Nassr, which I don't think they'll put him and Mane back together with Ronaldo. I don't think that'll be fair. Then you got Al Hilal.
It wouldn't be fair.
It wouldn't be fair, yeah. Then you got Al Hilal, who are also stacked as well with Benzema and Milinkovic-Savic and Neves. I think that'd be unfair as well. The other one is not Ivan Toney. Mendy's team. Mendy from Chelsea. It's got like Frank
or whatever.
No, El Fatik, I think it is. Yeah. Maybe them. Other than that, they're not really competitive. That Al Ittihad, that's got Fabinho in it. They had Firmino and they had Kante, and they've fallen apart. So I don't think there's many teams, but I think if he was to go and play for one of those smaller teams, I think that'd be good for Saudi Arabia. If I can get Salah there. Makes sense as well with him being Muslim as well.
Yeah, being Muslim, he's kind of that. They'll put him on like a pedestal for that league.
Other than that, I was thinking maybe MLS. I mean, we saw Griezmann made a signing today, signed for Orlando. So he's leaving in June. So they got another big signing there. Now, whether he goes to MLS, that's another big possibility.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
he'll have options.
100%.
Yeah.
Who's not going to take Salah for 2 years?
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like, he's obviously still capable of scoring and assisting.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's just that he's just not at that Premier League level anymore.
No, I think he emptied out his gas tank last year.
Yeah, for sure.
Once you guys won the league...
To be fair, he probably should have moved on after we'd won that league, but I think the club wanted to keep him there to keep the stability. And
he kind of did earn a new contract as well with 100%, the season. So 100%. It kind of made sense at the time.
There was there's no thing to say here, we made a mistake re-signing him. There's no mistake made. That he stayed on. He was obviously, there was a bunch of new guys coming in. You want to teach him the culture of the club.
Yeah.
And you want him to kind of mentor those people through, right? He just didn't produce the numbers and had a big fall off, but coming off one of the best seasons that you've ever seen, kind of a right wing play in the Premier League, I can't argue with it. I guess that's why I don't like the rhetoric like he shouldn't play. It's like, no, well, yeah, he should play. He's a legend. Yeah. And it's just like you want other people around him to pick up the slack if he's just falling off a little bit. I think more than a little bit, but
from last year,
in comparison.
I think the big problem as well is that like he was on such a big wage.
Yeah.
When you're on such a big wage, you're expected a certain amount, right? And I think he kind of put a lot of pressure on himself with that big re-signing because he made more money off that re-signing as well. So I think a lot of people expected more, especially after the season he had. But I think he emptied his gas tank out at the end of last year. Once you guys won, he faded away, and he came back this season, and he didn't recover. And look, I think it's nice of him that he's left on mutual. Like you said, he could have stayed and taken his 380,000 or whatever it is. But look, this would be a new adventure for him. It'll be interesting to see where he goes.
100%. Like he deserves to get a statue, a memorial, whatever you want.
Would you statue him? Yeah.
Bro,
a stand. I don't think a statue. I think a stand.
Get a plaque or something.
Yeah, I think statues are like Stevie G. He's your statue, right?
One club man, yeah.
Yeah, right. And same with like us, it would be like John Terry, right? Whereas like everyone else would get like a stand.
John Terry's just fucking someone's wife.
John Terry's back on, bro. I can fuck what you say.
Just drunk as shit like that.
Yeah, with all these trophies behind him.
Dude, you're just cheaters. They confirmed it. But why don't we jump into Champions League?
Yeah, sure. Let's jump into
it. This is not a good week for you.
I want to rush through this.
It's not a great week for me either,
It was better than mine, all right?
It's slightly, yes. Okay. So, obviously, look, games have ended.
Round of 16's done. So,
Round of 16 done.
Yep.
You guys were kind of first game there, 3-0 to Paris.
Yeah, so look, we lost the first game 5-2, which just, that's the game that killed us. We were down, it was 2-2. And then Jorgensen gave away a goal, and then it was 3-2, and then we just gave away the last two goals.
You guys collapsed. But again, it goes back, and we say it every week.
Every week.
It's the age of your team.
Every
you
week,
don't
bro.
have that stability.
You don't, as someone with experience would say, right? Like, you don't need to win in Paris, okay?
No.
You take a draw.
Dude,
go defensively.
A 3-2 loss would have been okay.
Take that. You take a 3-2 loss.
It gives you the opportunity to, when you go back home, to be able to go, okay, we can play a tighter game here. If we jag a goal early, we're in this.
That's exactly right.
But you came in, it's just like you have to go all out attack.
Yeah, and then what happened?
Go all out attack.
And then we go back to Stamford Bridge and we cop a goal in 6 minutes. And you're going, oh, well, fuck
That's
this,
it,
bro.
game over.
Yeah, so...
And then, how do you expect to get a team full of like 23 and 24-year-olds? You guys got to keep your head up. Yeah. No, they're going...
Especially when you got a fucking school teacher as your coach trying to tell you, oh, yeah, guys, keep your heads up. And like...
Mate,
I don't know.
Passing the note... to Garnacho when you're down, like, what is it, like, bro, we're down 7-2 or something on aggregate.
We're down 8-2 at that stage. And he's giving Garnacho a ticket with fucking 10 minutes to go. Yeah. You know, what's this ticket going to do? Unless it said...
We're fucked.
Yeah, or it was like, these are the beers I'm getting after the game. I'd be like, yeah, Matt, that sounds good. Sweet. Yeah. But no, he fucking giving him notes.
I feel like the note said, we know you're the leak.
But yeah, look, PSG... For 60 minutes, we were super competitive with them, and then we just fucking crumbled. So, again, this goes on the owners. They wanted to sack Maresca. All Maresca wanted was an experienced centre-back. He goes, we lost Colwill. We need an experienced centre-back. They said, no. Maresca said, fine, fuck you. Halfway through the season, he left, and now we had to put Rosenier in, and everyone's like, oh, yeah, young black English manager. You know, we've never had that before, blah, blah, blah. Did we win? No. What's happened? We've lost 4 games in a row, and now we're on the decline. We're not going to be able to compete for top 5 with the way that we're playing. So, and we're out of the Champions League.
Got the FA Cup, man.
Yeah, great. We got Port Vale.
Yeah.
It's probably the type of team that we could probably beat. That's the level we're at the moment.
Don't jinx yourself, man.
Oh, if we lose, easy decision. Sack everyone. Everyone goes.
Just every player.
Not the players from up top. The fucking whoever, the director, the fucking guys that do the transfers, the managers, the whole, all them, they can all go. They can all fuck off.
Don't take it out on the mics, man.
But yeah, PSG go through, and they'll be playing you guys in the quarterfinals.
It will, after our 4-0 win against Galatasaray. Obviously, we lost away to Turkey the second time this year, in which, this Champions League season, we lost away to Galatasaray. Now, it is hard to win in Turkey.
Turkey is another level.
One of the hardest to win.
Bro, their stadiums, their fans are out of control.
Well, I mean, to our advantage, their fans were banned from away games for that exact reason, because they're fucking psychos. They still turned up in Anfield.
Oh, yeah.
But they couldn't go to the game.
They would have been outside, partying.
Outside, flares and everything. But Slot lets them stay at home now rather than hotels.
For
home games of Champions League.
Oh, so they couldn't let off fireworks and...
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they went to every individual house, which would have been insane.
There's Gakpo's house, all right, and Slots up the road.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was a good game by us. I think we're pretty strong. Galatasaray didn't have many chances. Yeah. We did dominate them in the second half.
Yeah, the first
half was pretty feeling each other out.
Yeah.
Wasn't that great. But, look, I mean, but again...
I think you guys are up 1-0, then Salah missed the penalty, I think, in the first half. So it was still touchy. Yeah. And then once you got that second goal
when the penalty missed, I'm like, we're going to lose this. I was just sitting there going, I've seen this before. And I'm just watching it like, I don't want to watch this anymore. But we ended up getting through it, and now we obviously have our revenge match against Paris.
Yeah,
First game's away.
Yep.
With obviously the second game to be at Anfield, almost identical to what it was last year.
Yeah.
I think the positive is this Paris team's not as strong as they were last season. Because Dembele's out, unless he's back. Doué's not been the play was because of the injury.
Yep.
That's still a threat.
Yeah,
obviously.
still gone.
The likes of Hakimi's not the same level that he
Yep.
was of last season.
Yep.
But still, it's not an easy game to win at all.
Yeah.
Right?
It's going to be a very interesting tie.
On paper, with the results and how we've been playing, Paris should beat us. Right? The way we've been playing. But if we pull off the miracle, we go. I don't know. I'm not even going to think about it. I'm just going to watch the game.
Yeah, we've got a while until the games don't start until the 8th of April,
yeah.
so we've got plenty of time.
Then we had
2 weeks, yeah.
Man City versus Real Madrid.
Look,
Which, to be fair, after the first leg, we all knew City was out.
I kind of thought Real Madrid would go through. Man City have not been playing that well.
No.
But Valverde's hat-trick in that first leg, oh my God, that guy is that is the type of player that you want in your team.
And to think that there was a period at the start of this season where they were considering getting rid of Valverde.
I don't think they were.
Well,
I know that you guys were keen on him.
Oh, everyone was keen on him, dude. I would have taken Valverde in a heartbeat.
But I think him being the captain kind of showed that
But
they
it's also
showed
like
that
he
much
was
faith
playing
in
it
him.
right back for a stage and playing it out of
It was
position.
Mr. Everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It just shows his quality. And
Oh,
obviously, he's like... He's the guy that doesn't get into this bullshit politics that's been plaguing Real Madrid this whole season. So they obviously came back second leg, beat Man City 2-1. However, I will say Courtois has come down, which he's been a big catalyst in a lot of these wins.
He is still the best keeper in the world.
At the moment, for sure.
He's the best keeper
For sure. There was arguments whether it was Donnarumma or
Yep.
him. I think he made it clear that it's him just because...
And he's been this good for about, fucking 8 years now,
Yeah.
10 years. Since he left Chelsea. Look, at Chelsea he was good, but he wasn't at his peak. He left us, obviously, because of his fucking bitch of an ex-wife, but since he's gone to Real Madrid,
And
I
his
think
really old mistress.
Oh, bro, it fucking burns me. We had him. We sold Courtois, not Courtois, we sold Czech because we had Courtois as a backup, right? And we're like, Matt, he's going to be our keeper for 10 years. And then he wanted to leave because of his fucking baby mama. Mm-hmm. And I fucked this up for years because then we signed Kepa and then we'll get to him later. But look, I will say, Real Madrid in the quarterfinal, the way that they're playing at the moment, fucking dangerous.
It is, but there's obviously the Mbappe, whether or not he's going to be back.
Yep.
Whether or not Courtois is going to be back.
Courtois is a big one. Now, Lunin is good. But Courtois is just fucking
different level.
He's level.
Different
bro.
gravy.
Yeah.
Like complete different gravy.
Yeah.
And then obviously they will go and verse Bayern Munich because they slapped Atalanta.
Yeah, it was
10-2
Well,
on
yeah,
aggregate.
6-1 in the first leg in Italy.
Yep.
And then they went back to Germany, put out a second
Mate,
string
Harry
team.
Kane's having a bloody ball at Bayern Munich.
Oh, bro, he's having fun. But to be fair, someone like him in Bayern, it just makes sense. Because he don't get me wrong, fantastic goal scorer. Not striker, I wasn't going to say great striker. Goal scorer. He can score a goal wherever, right? However you
But
want.
to be fair,
But in Bayern, with the team that he's got,
he has a lot of space. They
Oh,
give him a
fuck
lot
yeah.
of space because the Elise is having a party.
Man. I think if Bayern Munich are to win Champions League, Elise, let's say France has a gun World Cup too, Elise is going to be up there for Ballon d'Or. The guy, and know what I'm fucking burning about the most? He was a Chelsea junior, right? Not only that, we sold him to Palace. We wanted to buy him back when Blue Co came in. You know what the difference was between us getting him and losing him? 5 mil. We wanted to buy for like 47, and they said no, 52, and we went no. Well, for 5 mil, you could have.
And now he's worth 200.
Easy.
Easy 200.
Easy,
there's all these rumours floating about, obviously, not from very valid sources, but they're all saying, yeah, Liverpool 200 million are prepared to spend 200 million on him.
But I've heard that, and I'm going, why would you want to leave Bayern Munich?
You wouldn't. And the only reason is to come back to England.
Correct. Yeah.
It's the only reason to come back and prove something in England.
Yeah.
Which I think he's that type of player, but still, it's an interesting match. That Real Madrid Bayern Munich match is probably the match to watch in this next round.
Oh, fuck yeah, bro. It's going to be gun. I will say there are a lot of... This quarterfinals is very evenly matched.
Well, then we had the Barcelona-Newcastle game, which...
Hey, I will say, the first leg, Newcastle looked very, very good.
They looked
1-1
sharp.
draw. They should have won. Right? They copped a last-second penalty.
which is pretty precarious penalty.
I thought it was, because who got taken out? Was it Yamal?
No, it wasn't.
Someone else. Kunde maybe? No, I don't remember. Whoever it was, they got taken out in the box, and Yamal scored the winning, the equalising penalty. But then they go back to the Camp Nou, and Barca just slapped them.
Yeah.
7-2.
7-2.
Can I just say as well, fucking English teams got slapped in this.
Yeah.
We got slapped. City got slapped. Newcastle got slapped. And then we'll go into the next one after.
Yeah. Then we had Tottenham and Atletico.
Man, Atleti slapped them in the first leg.
Yeah.
It was 5... What was it? 5... No, what was it? 5-2. 5-2. They scored 4 goals in the first half. I think it was 4-0 after 30 minutes.
was.
They subbed out their keeper.
Lookman was having a party.
Yeah, and Lookman's, bro, he's been such a good buy for them.
Yeah, what?
I put it down by a January transfer window. Better than Guy, better than Semenyo.
Yeah. Well, Semenyo's been a pretty decent one.
Oh, he's been good, but I still think Lookman's been the better one.
100%.
Yeah.
And the thing was, a lot of people say, oh, he's dropped off. And I'm like, dude.
Who, Lookman?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's what they were saying before he went to Atleti.
Oh,
He wasn't the player that he was the season before, and then he comes over to Atleti and he shows, yes, I am.
Bro, he just scored against I know they lost, but he just scored against Real Madrid. Like, the guy just cannot stop scoring. On fire.
So, yeah, Tottenham slaps it. Barcelona, Atletico.
The best part, can I say the best part? So, Tottenham, Xavi Simons got a penalty in like the 90th minute when he scored it. He runs and picks up the ball, and there's like 4 minutes of extra time. He's like, come on, we can win. I'm going, bro, he ain't scoring 2 goals against Atletico Madrid in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
This is Atletico Madrid we're talking about.
Yeah.
They won 5-2 in the first league because they were up 4-0, and they kind of
But
quit.
again, this is the same thing. You go away to these teams, you've just got to lock it up.
Lock it up, that's it.
You've got to just, like, okay, we played shit against Galatasaray, right? But what did we do? We locked it up to make sure that it was just 1 goal.
Yeah.
We got pretty lucky with that offside.
Yep.
Right? Where the ball went over. But again, we locked it up. We had a few chances, but we made sure that it wasn't going to, we were not just going to bleed goals.
Yeah.
Right? That's the credit that you take when you go away. Then you come back to our home ground. We have all the advantage. It's like, okay, we've got to score 2 goals.
I also don't understand like teams now. So back before, remember when the away goal was like extra?
Yeah.
It was more value to it, right? So it made sense to go after it.
Yeah.
Now the goals are the same. Bro, just defend your goal. That's the reason why they brought it in, because teams away would just defend, right? And it was boring football. So they said that the away goal was brought in to make the away team attack. Gave them an incentive. But now they've taken that away. So why wouldn't you just defend again? Defend your line for 90 minutes and then just go back home.
Especially if the first game's away.
Exactly right.
Especially if the first game's away, right? Because
100%.
now you go, okay, we've got to set ourselves up for the second game.
Correct, yeah.
And then you see it with the next games. Bodo Glimt versus Sporting. Obviously, Bodo was the kind of the
They were the fairy tale.
Yeah, they were the fairy tale, the powerhouse killers.
Yep.
They were coming through. They're beating all the big teams. They got themselves through. Then they take a 3-0 lead in the first league against Sporting, and you think, I mean, Bodo Glimt's going to do it here.
I will say, Bodo Glimt, they just fucking beat everyone at home. But their synthetic pitch just fucks everyone.
Correct. That's what I mean. No one plays on it. No one's used to it. The ball glides off it.
It just flies.
Faster.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they go to Sporting, and I think Bodo Glimt. I remember I woke up because they played the early game.
Yeah.
Woke up and looked at it. I'm like, oh damn, 5-0 from Sporting. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So Sporting won 3-0 in regular time, went into extra time, and Sporting scored another 2 goals to go through to the quarterfinals.
And then they will verse Arsenal after they had a 2-0 win against Leverkusen.
So the first game was 1-1.
1-1. Speculative penalties.
That's Madueke's, eh?
Yeah.
Bro, did not get touched. I said it as soon as I fucking saw it. I'm like, it's not a penalty. Goes to VAR. Oh, you glanced his shin or something. You're going, fuck out of here. But anyway, they got the draw. Go back to Arsenal. 2-0 win.
But again, even if it was a 1-0 win, I think Arsenal would have progressed.
Arsenal would have gone through it.
Right?
Yeah.
They've got the easy run to get there.
Yep.
So their next game's against Sporting.
Now, I'm putting it down now. Gyökeres will score. It's against his old team. Gyökeres will score. In one of these games, he will fucking score. If he doesn't, he's a shit cunt. You have to score against your old team. It's just the laws of the game.
Yeah, and if you don't, you should be shot. Taken out back and shot. Shot in the goddamn head.
But we'll get into that in 2 weeks. So Champions League's on 8th and 9th of April, first leg. So we'll get back into that before the games start.
100%. And now, the funnest part of this segment. The EFL Cup final.
Yeah, let's get into this.
Oh, yeah, this is fun. This is fun. We have to pull the stats up so we can just see how goddamn terrible Arsenal played in this game.
This was bad.
And you know it was bad because the Arsenal fans in our group chat just wrote, Well, that sucks.
So, just so everyone knows, Man City won, champions
2-0.
again. I think now Pep's won it 4 times now, or
And
5
we
times.
will have to note, Nico O'Reilly, who you were like...
Ate my word, bro.
Yeah.
He has been, ever since January, he has been killing it.
Dude.
And he got a
Destroyer.
double.
Gets a double on it.
I've never seen a left back up so high. He's like Marcelo.
But again, this is the Pep style, right? He can play this structured approach. He can have his fullbacks up so high.
Well, that's how Jordi Alba used to play.
Yeah, correct. Right? But this is what the other teams try to emulate. They just don't quite get there.
Yeah, they don't have the smarts like Pep.
Because, I mean, look, just look at the stats of the game, right?
Yep.
7 shots for Arsenal, 10 shots for Man City. 3 on target for Arsenal, 2 on target for City.
Yep.
Right? 2 on target.
2 of them were
shots,
goals. That's 2 goals.
But Arsenal, there's sections of the game.
So all Kepa did was pick the ball out of his net.
Yeah. Well, no, he dropped the ball so that Nico O'Reilly could score. But the possession doesn't make sense because Arsenal love to just hold the ball at the back, try to keep possession, had 37% of the ball versus 63%.
Bro,
for Man City.
I watched the extended highlights. They were boring.
No, dude, well, they don't do anything.
So I was talking to you about this before, but there was one part of the game where Kepa had the ball and he had Ben White, he had Gabriel, he had Saliba and Gabriel, and then he had Ben White and Calafiori a bit higher up. And they had 4 Man City players, right? So it's 4 on 4, which means that behind them, it'd be 6 on 6. You take that advantage, right? But all they kept doing was passing it around the back, and the 4 Man City players are just sitting there going...
They go to run, and then they go, they're going to pass back again.
Yeah, they just stood there like they just hold their line. Yeah. You're going... What the fuck am I watching?
Yeah, if
what
you would like to
this?
play this game slow, sure.
Bro.
But this is what confuses me. You invest your money on a big, what's he got to be? 6'3", 6'4",
6'3", I think.
Yeah,
yeah. I'll have a look. But yeah,
have a look how big he is. Right, he's got to be 90 kilos.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Right?
He's not a slouch.
He's a big boy. You invest in that striker, and you don't play the ball long to him. Now, if you go back to the days where you guys had Drogba, what would Czech do? Czech would take the ball. If he saw the man come forward, he would just bomb it to Drogba. Drogba could hold the ball up or play it off him and run.
Bro, 100%. Bro, Drogba was a proper target. He's 6'2".
It's big in the football world, man.
Yeah.
Right?
And like he was up against that Kazakh defender.
He was 22.
Yeah. And I think it was Ake maybe as the other centre back. But I'm thinking, or Diaz. Maybe it was Diaz. But I'm thinking, bro, you can definitely find your way around at least one long ball.
Yeah.
And then you look at his stats, bro, he had 0 shots. 0 shots as a striker.
Mm-hmm. In a final.
What are they doing?
With what, 6 touches or something?
He had 5 touches.
So
But 5 touches, but he had like 17 passes. So 5 times he got the ball and did something besides pass it.
And I think that the interesting stat you got to look at here is that Arsenal had 3 corners, 3 shots on target. That was their problem. Not enough corners.
That's right. And
not enough corners.
The way he was set out, it's like Arteta wanted a draw. It's not like he wanted to go
against
and
the big teams.
He
cracks under the pressure.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't know if I can see, like, is the bottle happening? Will it happen? I don't think that they can lose the league. I don't think
You wouldn't think so.
But if you play like this, you can.
But this was, I'm just gonna, like, my final point on it, it was a boring ass game.
It was terrible.
It was all City. They had one really good chance with Havertz. And
bro, Cherky started juggling the ball in the middle of the game.
That was hilarious, bro. That was so
Pep
funny.
lost his shit. I'm pretty sure Pep hates Cherky. Because there was another one where he's rolling around on the floor injured, and then he stops, looks up, smiles at the crowd, and then just keeps rolling around. And I'm like, damn.
Cherky was trolling the Arsenal fans hard, copped it. But look, well done to Man City. Pep got another trophy. This is his 19th trophy for City. And now they kick on to either the FA Cup or they try to catch Arsenal.
Right, which game in hand, 9 points. We'll get into, but
we will get into. And now with Arsenal continuing on in the Champions League and City out, it's going to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's jump into match day 30, which we missed. We'll just quickly go through the scores.
Yeah, let's quickly run through
It was a terrible week. There was 6 draws out of the 10 games. So first game was a 0 draw with Burnley and Bournemouth. Shocking game.
Yep, horrible game. Didn't even really. There was really no highlights. So
then we had Sunderland versus Brighton. Brighton managed to win 1-0 away.
Yeah,
I think they're scraping some wins.
Sunderland games are usually low scoring. So look, Brighton is very good at doing this, where they keep themselves in that middle table, and again, they're just doing it here.
Yeah. Then we had your game versus Newcastle.
Bro, fuck. Okay, Gordon scored in the 18th minute, left wide open, terrible defending. But we didn't even, there was no highlights. We didn't attack them that well. I don't know what's going on. We've gone from having the most attacking manager in the fucking world to not scoring in 3 games in a row. So it beats me. But again, boring game, and we did not
you do
deserve
the huddle at the halfway line?
I didn't even see that.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to ask, did they do Lego building before the game? Again, I don't know.
Arsenal had a pretty cruisy win against Everton 2-0.
Yeah, look, they did score in the 89th minute. That was Pickford, ran out of goal, completely missed a little T-Rex
Max Dowman got...
Well, first Gyökeres scored the tap in, and then Dowman scored. So now Dowman has broken the record for the youngest goal scorer ever.
In EPL history.
Good for Dowman. I know there's a lot of hype on this kid. Still not understand it all because he's only 16. I want to see, you got to see more, like 2-3 years down the track.
Well, look, I mean, you get the Rashford vibes, right?
Yeah.
When Rashford came on scene, they're like, this kid's going to be something big. Problem is that they play so many games. It's just like, how do they grow past there? You don't want a Wilshere situation where they get the injury.
Yeah,
right?
you want a Rooney situation where the guy just like he turns into a proper player.
Yeah,
but
sure.
a lot of them seem to be more.
Look, for a 16-year-old, he's got to be probably one of the best 16-year-old in the world.
Oh yeah, easy. Yeah,
easy.
Yeah.
Then we had West Ham, Man City. Huge result for West Ham.
Man.
1-1 draw.
Yeah.
Big drop points for City, which is why Arsenal fans are now saying they've won the league.
Yeah. The big point in this one, so there was 2. Mavropanos getting whacked in the face by the Haaland shot.
Man.
Fuck that.
Dude, that would put Down syndrome in you. It would knock a chromosome out, bro. You got Down syndrome now.
Right, I saw the still of it, and the ball is squished like that, and his face is next to it. Fuck that. The guy was knocked out. I'm like, oh, what's he doing? Then you see the replay.
Yeah, you're like, sorry, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck that.
Stay down as long as you can.
Yeah, but the big point was at the last kick of the game where they cleared the ball, where West Ham cleared the ball off the line and saved the point. Man City pressed, had a shot, stopped, cleared it, whistle went. Man City probably should have won that, but West Ham did very well to hold on. And like I've been saying, bro, they've been playing really well lately since Disasi got there. I think my jinx has just reversed itself.
Yeah, dude, everyone you say is just trash.
Yeah, ever since I've said West Ham are going to go down because they got Disasi, they've been winning games.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Then we had Palace Leeds, another 0-0 draw.
Yeah.
Leeds managed to get a red card. Goodmanson got a red card right at the end of the first half.
Not only that, but Calvert-Lewin also missed a pen.
Yes.
So they could have won, but hey, if you had your Palace keeper, you would got good points in that game.
Then you had Man U Aston Villa, which was a huge game.
Yep.
Right? Watching this game, I just thought Man U beat Aston Villa. Fucking perfect for Liverpool. Right? We got Tottenham at home. Perfect.
Yep.
You know, we can make some ground on that top 4 spot when we get to it.
Yeah.
Then we had another 0-0 draw. Forest versus Fulham. Like, dude.
I love how Nuno was sacked because he couldn't score against Wolves. Since then, Forest have not been scoring. They've been scoring less.
Yeah.
But Nuno got sacked for it. Sack this next manager. We want to break the record.
Yeah.
We want this record broken.
And then we had our game at Anfield, Liverpool versus Tottenham. Tottenham with no centre-backs, fundamentally almost no midfield. And we allow, yet again, Richarlison to fucking score at Anfield, man.
Yeah.
At the end of the game.
Can I just say, he didn't take his shirt off this time. So that's probably why he didn't win. He didn't take his shirt off. He loves to do that. But, yeah, look, I don't know how you guys didn't smoke Tottenham. They've been playing terrible. And like we'll get into it into the next round. But, yeah, it's just lackluster up front.
No, dude, that's what I mean. We are... It's not that I loathe these results. I wouldn't like, bro, if we were terrible the whole season, I get it, but we have these games where we play fantastically.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he starts Gakpo at striker, man. Like,
yeah, he's been doing that heaps lately.
Bro, I don't understand. Like if any teams want him, just take him because he's just such a problem for us at the moment.
Yeah, he's like last year, right? He played good. But wasn't consistent, right? He was like your backup option because Salah was
but
killing
the thing,
it.
he gets a goal every now and then.
And that's what always
Right?
it's like just when you think I'm out, he pulls me back
Yeah,
in.
but it's not like Darwin Núñez, right? Where Darwin Núñez was electric and created chances and like just missed them, right? Hits all the posts, but he has that tenacity on the pitch. Gakpo is almost the opposite of that, where he doesn't have the tenacity on the pitch.
He's really gone backwards.
No, he's got his one move. He cuts inside.
Yeah.
He cuts inside constantly. He never goes to the byline. And then eventually one defender, for some reason, goes, oh, he cut inside.
I didn't know he was going to do that.
You bastard. and gets a goal. And then somehow gets played again. And Slot goes, oh, no, he has fantastic game. Then the last game of that round was Brentford Wolves. Another draw.
2-2. So.
I mean, good for Wolves.
Yeah, look, Wolves came back in that one. Actually, Brentford went up 2-0.
Yeah.
And then, Wolves came back. And I will say, fucking Wolves have been a real pain in the ass since they got the new manager in. So, good for Wolves. They knew they were going to get relegated, so they're just trying their little hearts out.
At it. They should have done it from the start of the season.
Yep.
Now, match day 31. So, a little bit more detail on these ones. Obviously, the game's just happened. So, look, Bournemouth versus Man U was the first game. Obviously, Man U been playing quite good. Managed a 2-2 draw in this game.
Yep. There was penalty galore.
Well, early chances for Man U and Bournemouth. I thought it was funny. Ahmad had his shot saved. Instant counter-attack where Ryan just misses.
Yep.
I thought that was a fantastic passage of play, which showed it was a very open game.
Ever since I've put that fucker in my team, he hasn't done jack shit.
Ryan.
Bro, burning me.
Look, I think it's to be expected with an 18-year-old, but he still gets the chances, but
I know.
he just hasn't been scoring.
That's what burns me is that he's still getting great chances, but he just can't score now. As soon as I put him in my team.
But also, look, I think credit to both Lemens and is it Leno Leno's not.
No, Petrovic.
Petrovic is at Bournemouth. Both those keepers had fantastic first.
Huge
saves.
Yeah.
Huge saves. Then obviously Cunha goes ahead and wins a penalty. It's the stupidest penalty to give away ever. He cuts inside and you just see the guy's shirt and he's just like, oh, down I go. Yeah. And then Bruno finishes the penalty and quite easily, sends the keeper the wrong way. Now, the controversial bit of this game, and I almost on Man U's side here, Ahmad doesn't win a penalty from getting pulled down, right? Ball goes up the other end, Christie scores, right? I'm inclined to say it's a pen. Like, Ahmad does go down easy, but man, he's got an arm across his chest. He's beaten the player.
I think that one was a 50-50. The ref has gone with no. And I think VAR's just gone, just go with whatever the ref. Whether it was a penalty or not, up for debate. I'd probably go with the ref. It was a little bit soft. But we have seen them given. Yeah, that's correct. The part that burns me.
Again, it's the consistency.
Correct.
Right? If they let it go all the time, that's cool.
Yep.
Right? Or, like, I'm on the side, like, if the ref had given it, VAR wouldn't overturn it.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it's more going to the other end and then scoring a goal off that. You're like, I don't know. Like, I mean, look, if it happened to Liverpool, I think if it happened to Chelsea, we're both sitting here going, that's a fucking penalty.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Like, 100%.
Yeah, I'll be blowing up about it.
And then what I found funny is obviously the second goal scored by Man U.
The own goal.
The own goal that Harry Maguire celebrates.
Yep.
Right? So he comes to the back post, looks like Harry Maguire gets his head to it, completely misses it.
Yeah.
Hits the Bournemouth player, goes in the goal, he runs over the corner celebrating like he's the man. I'm like, dude.
I'm pretty sure he knew. I'm pretty sure he knew it wasn't his goal because I think whoever took the corner might have been Cunha was like telling him to dance and he wasn't. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, he must have known he didn't.
Also, he's pretty white, dude. He probably can't dance for shit.
He's a big bobblehead, bro. He's got one move.
But then he goes in typical Maguire style and gives the game to Bournemouth by just pulling down. Was it Krupi he pulled down?
Krupi, yeah. It wasn't like it was. No, Evan Nielsen.
Evan Nielsen makes the breakthrough. He's about to have the shot and he just pulls him down.
Bro, no one close to him. No. And Harry Maguire's like, bang. Yeah. And you go, all right, pen, red card.
Red card. Because there's no challenge. He hasn't tried to make a challenge.
Yeah.
He could just lunge at the ball and try and make a tackle from behind and take him out that way. Then it's a yellow card.
It's a yellow card, that's right.
But instead he just grabs him and pulls him, which means it's a red card.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
Krupi steps up for his first penalty for Bournemouth, puts it away.
Yep. And ends with a 2-2 draw. Look, Man U did well to hold on. in the last, I think it was like 10, 15 minutes because Bournemouth were pushing. But, hey, ended with a 2-2 draw, which I did pick in my tipping, so I got one back on you.
Yeah.
Now, the funny thing about this week was that was the only game we picked different. You had Man U, I had a draw. I got it. Everything else was the same.
Yeah, identical.
It was fucking hilarious.
Then we had Brighton, Liverpool. Obviously, had Liverpool in this one.
Yep.
Welbeck opens the scoring off, mate, some of the worst defending from Canate.
Oh, man.
Bro,
that
he
was
doesn't
bad.
jump. He does not jump to get the ball.
That was bad.
Ball
yeah.
gets headed across, and he just goes, and tries to fall over like he got pushed. I'm like, dude, you're like a 6'2" giant, big, black French guy, dude. Like, no one's going to believe that. Jump for the ball. At least if you jump, it could stuff up his header.
Yeah.
But you gave him a free header.
Yeah, it was easy.
Headers in the goal. It was a good goal.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is, Mamadashvili actually had a good game. He made good saves in this game.
I wouldn't say good game because he was still very tentative with his feet. His feet are very...
Yeah, but from a shot-stopping perspective...
From shot-stopping, yeah.
He made the saves that he was supposed to make.
Yeah.
And that's all I ask of the goalkeeper. I'm like, all right, we can play without the goalkeeper playing at his feet. But what we do need you to do is to make the saves. And he did that. And then Ekatike gets injured from James Milner thing. It wasn't that hard, dude.
It was very inconspicuous how that happened. I thought he just got like maybe a dead leg or maybe like, just a bit of like winded maybe. But then he tried to come back and he was limping hard.
Yeah.
I'm going, what the fuck? It wasn't even that bad.
But then flew to France. He's playing with France.
Are you fucking kidding?
Yeah, dude, he's in the French team.
Wow.
So I'm like, he can't be that injured.
Yeah, it can't be that bad.
So
Must have been a dead leg or something.
it has to be.
Yeah.
Or
like a burner. Like, when you get like burners, like
Yeah.
it just burned for like maybe 10 minutes or
So,
something.
I mean, look, that was a big problem with this game, but I mean, it shouldn't stop us from being able to beat Brighton.
No.
But
Look, Brighton, again, they just seem to snag wins every now and then.
they're not an easy team to verse, but I would have expected a better performance from what we produced.
Yeah.
Right, Kirkes, proven again. Let him go forward, man. Let him go forward. The run he makes to score that little chip over Van Bruggen, it was a beautiful goal.
I don't know what Dunk was thinking. Dunk all game was trying to pass back to the keeper.
Yeah.
He headed it, and there was one corner where he chested it to the keeper, but there was no keeper there.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Just clear the cunt. Just get rid of it. But yeah, look, Brighton. To be fair, I think Brighton did deserve the game. You guys didn't.
We didn't play well. No, they played better than us. They were the better team.
I don't think you put up much of a fight to come back.
Welbeck's second goal is completely undefended.
Yeah,
He's undefended again. He's just Kanate's just in no man's
I
land.
will say that second goal, right? The cross,
It was a beautiful cross.
bro,
Beautiful cross.
inch perfect.
But again, you can't leave their main attacking threat unmarked.
Yeah, I know.
He can't be unmarked.
Yeah.
Right? You mark him.
Yep.
Make it hard. Then we had the Fulham Burnley game. This is the one where I used my free hit this week and I'm going all
You went
in
heavy
Fulham.
on Fulham.
I put Leno in, I put Bassi in, and I put Wilson in and captain Wilson.
Yep.
Which, to be fair, Wilson had so many chances. He should have got a hat-trick in the game. But yeah, like first half, nothing. And I will say, Fleming and Anthony from Burnley, they deserve to be in the Premier League.
Yeah, they're good players.
They're
very
good players. I
yeah.
imagine they will go to the Championship, stay in the Championship, given their age.
Yep.
But they deserve to play Premier League football.
We'll probably buy them for 60 mil each.
But the interesting thing was, right, Fulham, all the attack, it looked like that they were going to get the goal, couldn't score. Fleming then opens the scoring in the 60th minute. Man, great team goal, right? We've been saying that there's not that much creativity in it, mate. This is what I want to see the Premier League. It's how I want to see them score.
Yeah.
Right? They opened up space. They went a few 3 to 4 passes on that left-hand side, get the ball across to the right because they had a shift. They had the defensive shift, had space in there. Beautiful cross to Fleming. Fleming puts the ball away. Right? But then Burnley just collapses.
Yeah.
And there's 3 goals in 20 minutes. King scores. Harry Wilson gets his goal. And then Jimenez gets taken out for a pen, and it's a red card for pushing the back on Jimenez.
Yep.
I think it's a pretty rough red card, to be fair, but it's the same as Harry Maguire has.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, it's by the book. It is correct.
Correct. Yeah, he didn't make an attempt at the ball.
Yep.
Then look, I'll let you do your thing on this one, dude.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Everton won 3-0. Let's go next game. No, bro. I will put this game right. So we had Jorgensen start in the Champions League. And I fully believe that shattered Sanchez's confidence. Sanchez was, I'm put it down, the top 3 keeper in the league this season from the first half. Great. The guy can pull off saves. And I think Maresca did the right thing in limiting with the ball at his feet. Rosenier wants him to play the fucking ball.
But to be fair, before Rosenier came in and they said he was the appointment, everyone brought this stat up. And everyone knew that this is where Sanchez was going to struggle because his goalkeeper was the most passing player in the
League One.
In League One. The League. Because his goalkeeper was the most. He had the most completed passes than any other player in League.
Yeah.
So you knew this was going to happen.
But if you're the coach and you know that your goalkeeper is not up to par with passing, why do they insist on having him pass the ball? That is not his. They're meant to adjust to the players, especially when you come in halfway through the season, not the other way around. So I think
Amarin tried the same thing.
Yeah, and I think the fact that he kept trying to, he keeps trying to make Sanchez do all this dumb shit that he can't do because they tried it under Pochettino and he failed. Right? We all knew he was going to fail. He's not that. He's shot stopper, top 3, but passing the ball, bro, bottom 3.
Yeah,
sucks at it. But they keep insisting on this happening, and we nearly gave away a goal in the 9th minute. Right, but then he gave away the ball for the second goal because he can't pass the ball. And I just keep thinking, why do you put yourselves under so much pressure? The manager has to adjust to the players. How could you go from scoring freely for 5 months to now not scoring at all? It comes down to the manager. He's shot the confidence of the players. He played Reece James 2 90-minute games in a week, which he never did under Maresca, and now he's out for 4 weeks or 6 weeks. So you fucked that up as well. And now Shalabar's injured too. He fucked his ankle up. All this shit's starting to crumble. So I don't see Chelsea doing much else now. They're going to be out of the Champions League, so they're going to lose money. You're going to probably lose a couple of players as well because they want to stay in the Champions League. But look, Everton were just a much better team. We had nothing. Beto gets a double. And again, Sanchez runs out when the ball's going sideways. You don't need to run out. Trust your defender. He didn't. He rushes out. He gets chipped.
The thing. I don't think that a lot of your players, certain players in positions, don't trust your players.
No, I don't think so
right?
either.
They don't. Like that Idrissa Gana Gueye intercept was shocking. All these players have pushed up forward.
Yeah.
And it's just one bad pass.
Yeah.
Right? He takes that intercept, runs the length of the pitch, or runs a half of a pitch, and then plays a simple ball into Beto, who puts it through Sanchez's legs.
Mm-hmm.
If I was in your position, I'm fuming too.
Yeah, and we have got the hardest run coming up. We've still got to play you guys. We've still got to play City. We've still got to play not Villa. We got like at least 3 hard games we've got to play, and we're playing like this
with no confidence.
We're not, and we're 6th.
Yeah,
we're not making Champions League. I'm putting
and then there's obviously reports that Fernandez leaving.
Enzo. Yeah, look, Enzo leaving. I'm not objected to it if we get the right money. Now, we bought him for 100 mil, which means that we would have to get at least 150 mil, maybe a bit more.
I just don't see you getting 150.
No, I don't see it either. And then they're talking like, oh yeah, we're just going to swap with Real Madrid. They're going to get Enzo. We're going to get Camavinga. Why the fuck would Camavinga leave Real Madrid? Why the fuck would Real Madrid get rid of Camavinga? Yeah. Camavinga is one of the best midfielders in the world, and you're going to swap him for Enzo? Mm-hmm. Bro, I take Camavinga every day of the week over Enzo. You look at that Real Madrid midfield, you got Camavinga, you got Valverde, you got Tchouaméni, you got Bellingham. Adding Enzo does not make that team better.
It doesn't. It makes no sense for the swap.
Yeah, the only team other than that is PSG. And you look at PSG's midfield, young as fuck, and maybe they could use Enzo, but I don't know if he makes them that much better.
I think that's the problem with him leaving. You're not going to get the 100 mil or even close to the 100 mil that you want. And he's a Darwin Núñez. Not the same. Like I do think probably he's got better quality than Darwin Núñez, but we spent so much money on Darwin Núñez that we were never going to get it back.
No,
you've got to take a loss on him.
Yeah.
just to get some money back.
I think it would be better that we keep him. Just because, I think he's got 6 years left on his contract, right?
This is the problem with the long contracts, right?
Well,
if you have these players where you're like, I need to get rid of him, and no one's going to come pay the money that's worth it for him to do it, he just loses interest in playing. He just goes, I'm just going to sit here and get my money.
Well, the thing is that I think they counted him as one of the untouchables, right? So the untouchables were Reece James, Cole Palmer, Enzo, Caicedo. I think they're the 4 untouchables. Maybe João Pedro too. I'm not sure. But they're the big 4. Oh, Esteval. He's the other one, right? They're the untouchables. Everyone else is up for sale. So I think they were expecting Enzo to kick on and lead this team. But if he wants to leave, what do you do then? He's no longer untouchable then, is he? So now what are you going to do?
I'm not happy here.
Yeah, you're either going to keep an unhappy player, right? Or you're going to sell him for less.
Which is proven never to be a good choice.
No, it rarely worked. The only time it really worked is when Tevez came back after he had his shit fit with Mancini. But then he left after that. He went to Juve after that.
Then we had the Leeds-Brentford game. To be fair, this is a 0 draw.
Yeah, let's skip.
Mate, there's no real chance. There wasn't even chances in this.
No.
Then we had Newcastle.
I will say we both did pick a draw in that one, so that was smart thinking by us.
Damn, we're so good at tipping.
Yeah.
Then we had Newcastle Sunderland. This was an interesting result. Sunderland pulled off a 2-1 win.
Bro, the scenes before the game.
Mate.
Sunderland coming into St. James's Park. Bro, scenes.
Yeah,
that
dude.
Was scenes, bro. That was mad.
The front window of the bus got shattered.
Bro, they were throwing bottles at
me. Dude.
Bro, I felt sorry for the cops there. They're trying to stop the fans, and there's just bottles being thrown at them.
After the game, there was just punch-ons galore.
Bro, this is a huge derby. Yeah. Huge derby.
Massive. And then obviously the game kicks off with just one of the worst goal kicks that I've ever seen. He kicks it directly to Walter Mato, who then just passes it to Gordon, who gets gifted a goal.
Yeah.
First time Gordon scored in 3 consecutive EPL games in his career.
Wow, good for him. Because he went on a streak of not scoring in the EPL for fucking months.
Yeah.
And now he's got 3 in a row.
And then he got 3 EPL games in a row he scored.
Shit.
So, I mean, look, and I think he's gearing up to be sold at the end of the season. But in Sunderland fashion, they come back and they score off a scramble corner.
Yeah.
Right? They managed to get these shitty goals, and fair to them. Good for them.
Yeah, that's
Stay in the league any way you can.
That's it.
Then what really, I think, derailed Newcastle in this, Theo gets a goal off a corner, which is disallowed because Murphy is offside. I mean, there was two things. One, he's impeding the goalkeeper, which I would argue if he was onside, it's not impeding. He's just standing in front of him. He doesn't foul him. But he's in an offside position doing it.
That's it, yeah.
That's it. So, I mean, it was good defence for Sunderland. They got off the line.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
They got off the line. They made him to be offside, and then it was overturned. Completely agree. And then who else but Brobbey?
Now, we said, it was 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, Brobbey scored heaps of goals, and he actually hasn't scored heaps of goals. But he scores winners.
Yeah, dude, that's it. And that's what you want, right? He's I'm blanking on his goddamn name. Our hero, man.
Darwin.
No, Origi.
Origi, yeah.
Divock Origi, dude. You go and look at Divock Origi's highlight reel. You go, this guy was one of the greatest strikers in the world. and then you go and look at the number of goals that he's actually scored, and it's not that many.
You look at his games as well. He played fuck all games, but he scored these important goals. He scored in the Champions League semi-final and the final.
Yeah. So probably saves the day again.
I will say, Sunderland on top of Newcastle in the league.
That's crazy.
That is awesome. I will say,
Crazy.
I fully expected Sunderland to get dropped. The fact that they're not getting relegated this year is a service to them.
100%.
Especially after getting the double relegation they had about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Next game.
Villa and West Ham.
Yeah. Look,
I mean,
West Ham finally lose.
Yeah. And to be fair, I think Villa deserved to win the game. They pumped them. John McGinn's goal off the set piece routine, I would say goal of the week. Not that there's been many great goals.
There wasn't many great goals. I think maybe the Ndiaye goal against us.
That was a
nice goal.
That was a good cracker, but again, he had so much space. I give my opinion of why I think this goal week just because it's a good set piece goal. It's played off a corner, short corner in. He sits on the edge of the box waiting for the ball. Boom, curls it in. Yeah, fantastic.
Nice goal. And they've really missed McGinn.
Yeah.
Really have.
Bro, he orchestrates that midfield.
Yeah.
He gives him the strength. He's box to box.
Full box to box. Proper box to box midfielder.
And then we had penalty awarded for Villa, which was then overturned. Now, there was a foul that Mavropanos was fouling. I think it was Ollie Watkins outside the box, pulling on him. Then when the ball gets inside the box, he makes a slide tackle, which in fast motion looks like he takes him out. Man, you slow that down, he gets his foot straight on the ball.
That's that Greek in him, bro.
Yeah, that's it. It's that dog in him, bro.
It's that Greek dog.
And then Ollie Watkins still gets his justice and finishes off the scoring with a kind of just a deflected goal.
Yeah, look, that's the type of shit you expect from Ollie Watkins these days.
Yeah,
he has not been very good. He has not been consistent. So, but look, Villa finally get a win. They went on a really bad run. They needed this win, and they finally got it. So that keeps them in that Champions League spot.
And then now I'm going to go off on this last game. So Tottenham versus Forest. And Forest, who have not been able to score, beat Tottenham 3-0.
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking interesting, isn't it? Slot. When you go and ask them how to go beat Tottenham. Because we've beaten Tottenham last week, we sit third.
Yeah.
But instead, we've got to sit at fifth.
You're fifth, yeah.
We've got to sit at fifth because he cannot score against Tottenham. Who clearly have a shit back line.
And this is in London Stadium.
Yes, this was at Tottenham.
And not only that, Tottenham played in the Champions League. Forest played in the Europa League. Yeah, the Europa League.
They had less rest.
They had less rest, and they had to travel. And they still won 3-0.
Yep. This is what kills me, man.
Yep.
Tottenham did have early chances, right? A lot of half chances that they missed.
Yep.
Igor Jesus scores off a corner, which is interesting enough. You think Igor Jesus, again, has scored so many goals because of when he has scored them?
Yeah.
Hasn't scored that many.
He hasn't scored that many,
Also
no.
hasn't scored in a few, in 6 games or something like that.
Well, Forest haven't scored in general a lot of goals.
Yes, that's true.
But yeah, that corner, he just got left free.
Yeah.
All he did was ghost around the back of his player, and he was unmarked. He just went bang, header in. You're going, well, that was fucking easy. But that wasn't even the easiest goal.
No, Gibbs White was.
Yeah.
He's standing on the penalty spot.
Yeah.
He's the best player.
Yeah.
And then the ball just gets cut to him. He's like, nice, and just taps it in.
Bro, there were 5 Tottenham defenders. They all went the same way. Not one of them thought, maybe I'll stop the cutback. They all went towards the cross, and they're like, oh, maybe someone should have stayed for the cutback. Nah, they all got done. And Gibbs White had simple goal. Got it, buried it.
And then to wrap up the game was just a nice cross into the box. But again, the Tottenham defender, he's not strong enough.
A1
Taps it in.
Yep.
I mean, look, good for them. But Slot should go and review that game and figure out how to score a goal. Because, my guy, you versus Tottenham, and you could barely...
Struggled.
You struggled with chances.
Yep.
Which is what kills me. Now, I think before I wrap up this week, why don't we look at, with 7 games to go...
Yep.
Let's check out what the table looks like, and you go through the difficulty of matches, because obviously the top of the table we'll look at first.
Do we want to put that up put it up? Or?
I can definitely whack this up on the screen.
Whack it. At least we can give the people what they want.
So, boom, boom, boom.
Beautiful.
So, I'll go a bit so we said last 5. So, obviously at the top half, or the top 5, 6 of the table, you've got, Brentford is also a threat, and Everton.
Yeah, and Everton, yeah, I know.
Right?
They're only 2 points behind us now.
So we've got us, Villa, Man United, Man City, Arsenal, right? The battle, obviously, for top spot is between Arsenal and Man City.
Yep. Now, City 9 points behind, but with a game in hand against Palace, which will be at home.
So they managed to win that game. Obviously, it's within 2 wins.
Correct, yeah. Now, the goal difference is going to be the big thing, right? So, City are now 7 goal difference behind Arsenal. But if they say they smack Palace 3-0, just say, right? Let's say 2-0, right? That's 7 goal difference. If City... Sorry, that'll be a 5 goal difference. If City win 2-0 or win by 2 goals against Arsenal, it's only a 1 goal difference and a 3-point difference.
Yep.
That is when it's going to be fucking panic stations.
But again, this is what we say, and this is Arsenal, to their credit, they have been consistent all year.
Yep.
But it's when the pressure is on that you see that they struggle.
Yep.
We saw it in the EFL Cup final. They've seen it against both games against us. They've seen it against games against City, right? So I'm going to be interested to see how they go to City.
Yeah.
Because it's not... City aren't coming to them. They're going to City.
Yep.
And they know that they have to win that game. They win that game to win the league.
Correct, yeah. Well, even if they draw that game, that's still a huge step.
But like,
win is done.
That's it.
Win is done.
Win that game, win the league. That is how you have to look at that game.
Think of it like a final.
That is a cup final.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. Think of it like a final where you're actually going to play for it. Not
correct.
think of a final where you want to draw out and go to pens.
But if they take the mentality like they have against Liverpool, like they have against other big teams, they are going to lose that game.
Yeah.
Because if they go out there going, we just need a point, then City are going to come out there and go, we need the win.
Yeah.
And they will go for the win.
And they will rip it up.
Yeah, for sure. You've got the likes of Haaland in there. Cherky, the cheeky cunt, goes in and he wants to win games.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Nico O'Reilly is in form. Right? And like these players, you can't mark out of the game all of these players.
Oh,
you can't. And that's
they've
what
got
he's
way
trying to do.
They've got way too much talent.
He's trying to mark players out of the game. And I'm like, it's just not going to work. You're trying to hold the ball, try to slow the games down so much that you can just scrape a draw. But the problem is, if you slow the game down that much, these players come in and score a goal. Now all of a sudden you've got to change the speed of the game. That's not easy to do. So I think it's still up in the air. Look, I'm pretty confident Arsenal are going to win.
Well, can I go through Arsenal's run, right? Now, this includes FA Cup and Champions League, okay? So, as of the 5th of April, they got FA Cup against Southampton, so they probably won't play a strong team.
You would hope not.
Right? Then they got Sporting away 3 days later. Then 3 days later, they got Bournemouth at home. Now, Bournemouth aren't an easy team, but at home, you would expect Arsenal to win. Then they got to play Champions League again at home 5 days later. 4 days later, then they got City away. So they've got a really tough run.
And City have a break there.
And City have no Champions League games.
No.
So City will be resting everyone. They've got you guys in the FA Cup, but then it's all Premier League. So they'll be resting a lot of players. After that, they've got Newcastle at home. Now, Newcastle are 12th at the moment, but we know that they can win games. They're always going to be competitive. Fulham at home, you would expect Arsenal to win. West Ham away. Arsenal away, it's just a different game.
But again, they're cautious.
Very cautious.
Very
and I
cautious.
think West Ham at home, I mean, they did against City. Why couldn't they do it against Arsenal? Then they got Burnley at home, which you expect them to win, and they finish off with Palace away. So if we're looking at their difficulty rating, it starts off like the next 3 games are crucial. Right. After that, it's a lot cruisier. Fulham, West Ham, Burnley, Palace.
But again, what are the games that Arsenal have always struggled with? It's these games where they should
the mid-table
win.
games.
They come into these games thinking they should win off the back of a Champions League, and they struggle. Right? They leak a goal early, and then all of a sudden it's panic stations. You got Gabriel getting a red card or some bullshit.
Yep.
Right? They've got a couple of injuries at the moment. Eze out.
Yep.
Then they've got Gabriel said
Timber.
He's injured. Timber's injured. Saliba's injured.
Yep.
And
I think that was it, wasn't
I
it?
think so. They had four injured players.
Yep.
Gabriel injury, I think, is just hitting.
A lot of these are injuries that they just don't want to play friendlies.
Yeah.
They're just resting up. It happens every fucking window.
So I think, look, that competition's still on, but Arsenal have a pretty strong lead in it.
But then you look at City's games, right? Now, they don't have the Palace game in there, right? But they've got Chelsea away, Arsenal at home, Burnley away, Everton away, not an easy game, Brentford at home, Bournemouth away, finish off with Villa at home.
They've got a harder run.
They do have a harder run.
City have a harder run, but they have less games to play.
Correct, yeah. You take out Champions League, and you would assume
And it's the
Arsenal are going to make...
for Champions League that's the problem.
Yeah, because you would assume that Arsenal's going to win the quarterfinal against Sporting, which means they're going to have to go to Spain and play Barca or Atletico Madrid, which is going to be... That is big shit.
Yeah, that's a huge game.
Whoever you're playing, it's going to be fucking massive.
What Arsenal better hope against Sporting is that they win big in the first leg.
In Portugal,
because if they scrape a 1-0 win, they're going to have to play full teams.
Yeah.
They're going to have to play full teams in both games.
Yeah, and then they're going to be playing full team against Bournemouth, against Sporting, against City.
Well, they can't. They've got no option. It is full team.
It's full team now.
That's it. They can't lose games.
Yep.
If they want to compete on all fronts.
Yep.
So interested to see what happens. But then obviously the battle that I think is probably going to be the more interesting now is who's going to finish in that top 5 spot.
Yep.
Obviously, there's us on 49 points, 5 points behind Villa now.
Where are you guys? All right, so this is your run, right? So you got Fulham at home, Everton, you got the Merseyside derby away, Palace at home. You still got to play Man U away. You then play Chelsea at Anfield, then you got Aston Villa away and Brentford at home.
So we have the games to determine our season.
Correct, yeah.
Right? If we pull wins against Man U, Aston Villa, you see us start to jump them.
Correct, yeah.
Right? Because being six points behind Man U, obviously that 3 point shift on both those can see us jump into the top 3-4 spot.
Yep.
Right? Which Slot needs to save his season.
Oh, fuck yeah. Well,
100%
I still, even if you guys make Champions League, he's gone.
I don't think so.
With Javi Alonso lingering?
Look, I don't think so. I think that they're going to back him. I think that they will back Slot.
Okay.
We've backed managers before. He's won a trophy. He has technically not really had...
I guess you got to see how you guys go in the Champions League and FA Cup as well.
Correct, right? Like, there's still plenty of... Obviously, if he goes and bombs out of everything and then bombs the league, we don't make any Champions League, more than likely that could happen, right?
Yep.
Especially if he wants more money.
Yep.
Okay, because they'll be like, do we give more money? Because we have to buy players.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Salah's gone, so it means we have to bring in a big right winger.
Konate's probably gone as well.
Konate, well, he hasn't re-signed.
Yeah.
But again, it's whether or not who comes begging for him. But we've already invested on that Jacques guy. And obviously we've got Leone, who's another backup there. And then we've also brought in 2 other younger centre-backs.
I'm assuming you want a bit more depth in your mids as well.
But I'm also assuming we're going to have to replace Van Dijk. He's only got 1 year on his contract.
Yep.
So we need his replacement to come in now.
Yep.
Right? So you need to go and find him. Konate's not going to be that guy. Mm-hmm. So we need to go out and find one big centre-back that we're going to bring in.
Yep.
So that's up in the air what happens with Slot, right? They may back him and say what happens. But then, obviously, we're going to have to watch. Like, this Everton game's huge.
The Merseyside derby's massive.
That's
and you
massive.
know Everton want to beat you guys.
They want to beat us even if they're coming third last.
Exactly right, yeah.
And it's not an easy game.
And they're pushing for top 6, you know what I mean? Like, they're only 2 points behind us.
Yeah.
If we'll go on to Aston Villa's run, right? So they got Forest away, Sunderland at home, Fulham away, Tottenham at home, Burnley away. That's a nice run.
Yeah.
And with McGinn back and possibly Tillemans back after the international break,
They've got their players coming back at the right time.
correct. They're lucky they had a nice lead, and everybody below them has faltered, right? Because they went on a shithouse run. Like, look, they lost 3 games in a row. They didn't win for 4 games, and it's probably worse than that we can't see. So they got lucky that everybody below them faltered, but now they've got a nice run of games to come up, and I could easily see them coming third.
Yeah, but like I said, right, we win that Tottenham game.
They do finish with you guys in City, but again, they might get there before that.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, like you look at our results and you go, okay, draw against Tottenham, loss against Brighton.
Yep.
You switch those around to wins, all of a sudden, that 6 points puts us at third.
At third, yeah.
Right? With Man U, obviously on goal
difference. On goal
it'll be
difference,
4.
yeah. Depending if you won by how much
But
and whatever.
it's a pain. So I think they're the ones to watch. Who ends up in that top 5's up in the air.
I think
you guys clearly have the hardest run. In that one, in the run in.
Yeah, look, let me go through Chelsea's run. It's fucking dog shit. And this is why I don't see us making top 6. So, top 5, sorry. So we've got City at home, Man U at home, right? 2 dog shit games already. Brighton away, hard. Forest at home, Liverpool away, Tottenham at home, Sunderland away. Bro, we're playing 3 top 5 teams. And then you got Sunderland away.
Which, I mean, could be seen as an advantage or a difficult run, right? Because the advantage is you win those games, you moved into those spots.
Yeah.
Right? But then the difficulty is you are versing teams that also want to win those.
They need to win as well. So, City need to win. We need to win. But out of those teams, who would you back? You would back Man City. The other one I do want to go through quickly is Man U. I think they've got the easiest run. Right? So they got Leeds at home, then they got Chelsea away. Got Brentford at home, Liverpool at home, Sunderland away, Forest at home, Brighton away. Maybe not the easiest. I think the second easiest behind Villa.
Villa's definitely got the easiest run with the best men.
Yep.
Man United, I think, peaked.
Yeah.
Right? With they're relying now heavily on the likes of Maguire, who's now recarded. So he'll be out for. I think they've given him. Is he one?
It should be one. Yeah, because it was non-violent conduct.
Non-violent conduct, 1 game. They're relying on Bruno Fernandes a
big
lot,
time, yeah.
Which they always have.
Yeah.
And the likes of Xerxes, Sesko has saved him in a few games. But
Euro's playing a lot better now.
Agreed. We'll see how he goes.
Layman's has been playing a lot better.
He's been their best investment.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure, their best investment. But again, we got to watch a game week by week. Obviously, Man U have the easiest run because they have the most time in between games.
Well, they don't play for like 3 weeks, from what I understand. So,
which means everyone will be 100% fit.
Yeah, because they played the first game of last round, and then you got the international break, and then I think they play the last game of the next round, which is after the FA Cup, which they're out of. So they don't play for like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
could be an advantage, could be a disadvantage. We'll find out.
Depends, yeah, it depends what they do in between.
Yeah.
Now let's go to the other end of the spectrum of this.
So
and let's look at who's going to get relegated.
Well, Wolves is done. right? They're
Wolves is done,
they're
Burnley's
13
done.
they're 13 points out of the relegation zone, so that's not happening. And Burnley is done. They're 10 points out of the relegation. They would have to win 4 games to get out of it and rely on Tottenham to lose.
Well, they've only won 4 games all season.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to win 4 out of the last 7 when you could win 4 out of 31. Like the odds just aren't there. But it's the 18th spot. 18th is the spot, right?
Well, it's crucial because you've got, like, obviously Forest, who's just beaten Tottenham.
Correct. So they were technically 18th up until... they were 17th on equal points with West Ham until they smacked Tottenham. So now they go up to 16th and they now have a 3-point buffer with a much better goal difference.
Yeah, and whether or not Leeds United go and have kind of a terrible run there.
Leeds still there.
Palace should be safe.
Yeah, I think Palace is safe because that's a 10-point difference. I think they're safe. So we'll go from Leeds to West Ham. One of them is getting that last spot.
100%. And if it is Tottenham, I think the question is to Arsenal fans, would you rather win the league or see Tottenham get relegated?
If anybody says Tottenham to get relegated, you're sick in the head.
Yeah,
you're actually sick in the head.
They are sick in the head.
You're sick in the head if you say Tottenham to get relegated above winning a Premier League. Bro, I would rather us win anything than, like, say, Liverpool get relegated. Give me an AFL Cup before you... maybe not AFL Cup, but we'll say FA Cup.
It's only $100,000 if you win the AFL Cup.
Stupid, bro.
So, they still won 50
grand.
Yeah.
Bro, that's like three, that's like, that would be a day in Saka's wage.
Yeah.
It's one day. Big shit. Do you want should we go through
Yeah, let's go to West Ham, Tottenham, Forest runs at the very least.
We'll start with West Ham, right? So it's Wolves at home, Palace away, Everton at home, Brentford away, Arsenal at home, Newcastle away, Leeds at home. So there's a Leeds game. Run. Not easy, but not the worst.
But also a lot of competition, right?
Correct.
They got Leeds in there. They had Forest in there.
They had Forest. No, they had Wolves. No,
Wolves.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
look, that's another team that they should win. But yeah, Brentford away. But the Arsenal and Newcastle games would be tough. So not the easiest, but not the best. Not the hardest. Not the hardest. Yeah. Next, we'll do Tottenham. Now, this is the one, right? So you've got Sunderland away, Brighton at home, Wolves away, Villa away, Leeds at home, Chelsea away, Everton at home. I think that one's worse.
Yeah, I think it is. That's a lot of away games.
Sunderland away.
Hard teams away.
Sunderland away, Villa away, Chelsea away. That's 3 tough games there.
I mean, I don't see how they pull a result on those 3 games.
Not those 3. The only ones they'd be relying on would be like the Wolves game and possibly the Leeds game.
Yeah.
That's what they'd be relying on.
And I think that they need to pull at least 3 wins. To be
oh yeah,
in
100%.
competition.
You need to get to, well, like the benchmark is usually 40, right? 40 is where you want to be safe, right? They get 3 games, 3 wins, that puts them to 39. You're pretty fucking close. So yeah, you need 3 wins out of 7 games. Will they do it? They got to rely on those 2 for sure. We'll do Forest next. So they got Villa at home, Burnley at home, Sunderland away, Chelsea away, Newcastle at home, Man U away, Bournemouth at home. That is worse than Tottenham, right? But Forest, and the worst part was they're still in the Europa League. They got extra games.
They have extra games. And are they in the FA Cup?
No,
Okay.
they're out. So, but they do have to travel to these dog shit areas.
Yeah.
So,
Kazakhstan.
Yeah, whether they...
Azerbaijan.
I think they're past that stage. But maybe like a Sweden or a Norway or Denmark or something.
Yeah, shit's cold.
Yeah, it's just not good, bruv. But look, the good thing for them is they have a 3-point advantage over West Ham. But that run in the middle is fucking terrible. And the last game is Leeds. So they got Man U away, Wolves at home, Bournemouth away, Burnley at home, Tottenham away, Brighton at home, West Ham away. That's a lot of teams that they like down the bottom.
That you don't. Well, it's also teams that are trying to compete with them, right?
Yeah. Well,
West Ham away is not an easy game.
No. Well, Wolves at home and Burnley. So they're playing the bottom 2 teams. Then West Ham away and Tottenham away. So they're competing with the bottom 4 teams. They still got to play. That's not bad. That's probably the best run. Yeah. But Leeds have not won in at least 5 games from what we can see. They need to pick up their game.
They need to pick up their game, but again, it's the draws that have killed them, right?
Yeah, I mean, 12 draws. 12 draws is crazy. I mean, Bournemouth have 15. Look at that. Bournemouth got 5 draws in a row. Yeah. Fuck me. But yeah, look, I think even a draw at this stage, especially for Leeds, is good.
Any point is good.
Yeah, you take
again,
it.
Like we said, if you can scrape 7 points out of your last 7 games, you're pretty much safe.
Correct, yeah.
Right? So I think that they can do that. Obviously, Forest, can they scrape 8 points with Europa League? It's going to be hard.
Yep.
The difficulty is going to be West Ham and Tottenham, right? Because Tottenham's opportunity, if they'd beaten Forest, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah, you swap it around. They go to 29
7 games. They can make that. They can make 7 draws.
Well, they go to 20. Forest go to 29, and Tottenham go to 33, and that puts a 4-point gap between relegation.
Yeah,
but
correct.
now you've only got a 1-point gap between relegation.
Yep.
So
and West Ham are the more informed team. They're
West Ham
producing better football.
100%. You look out of those 4, they've got the second. Like they've got a win and 2 draws, as do Forest. You look at Tottenham, they've got 1 draw. So out of those teams, Tottenham have the worst form and the worst coach.
100%. Shador's proven not to be great at all.
Prediction: Who gets that 18th? Who gets that 18th spot?
Man, I want to say, I want to say West Ham, but I think it's Tottenham, man. I think Tottenham get relegated.
You know what? I will go different to you. I do think Tottenham, but I'm going to go Forest. I think that run is dog shit. I think the Europa League is going to kill them, and that the owner is going to have a fucking heart attack. 1, because he's a fat piece of shit, and 2, because he sacked so many managers.
But yeah, no, okay, I can see that happening. I just don't think West Ham's getting relegated.
I like the way West Ham have been playing. They've been very competitive. If anything, can I just say, I think the best team out of that bottom half has been Wolves. They've been the best team to watch.
Yeah, in the second half.
In the second half,
They couldn't win a game for the first half.
Now, bro, they've just been so competitive in so many games.
I think they're just, again, they know that they're lost. Just have fun, and then they go on.
The managers, Rob Edwards has done a good job in getting getting the team to play well, even though they know they're getting relegated.
Yeah, so I mean, from a fantasy perspective, right? If you're going to start picking players, I think City players are worth having.
Well, City still have a double up to play. They haven't booked it yet because Palace are in the Europa Conference League, so they're waiting to see what happens with the Conference League before they give Man City that double up game.
And then, I think Man City players are worth having.
I think Villa defenders. I think now that McGinn's back, I think he might be a good shout. He'd be a good shout for midfield. He's the cog in that team. Chelsea players,
Everton
take him out.
Players too.
Yeah, I think Everton at home have gotten back into it. Yeah, enjoy. You would even go Pickford. I think they're going to get a few clean sheets.
Yeah, stay away from Beto.
Stay away from
If anything says...
even though he scored a double against us,
Yeah.
stay away from him.
But, well, we won't have anything, no pod next week, but the following week we'll have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, so...
Champions League coming up too.
Let's go Italy. We got the World Cup qualifiers this
Northern
week.
Ireland. You wouldn't think that you'd have to stress about that.
I'm stressing.
This is the world you live in.
I know, bro. Missing out on 2 World Cups has done mad PTSD to me, and I am not taking any team for granted now. But we play Northern Ireland, and if we win that, we play the winner of Wales and whoever they play. It might be Slovakia or some shit. But yeah, I'm not saying we're through, but hopefully, see what happens.
All right, well, for 2 weeks' time, we'll be back. Peace out.